Hello everyone. So this is your host and your English का दोस्त विनीत कपूर once again live before you. तो आज हम क्या करने वाले हैं? We are going to talk about family. Why family? Because I see a lot of people actually they say कि sir I can give my introduction, or when these questions are asked in interview, so they are generally at loss. So if you want to learn about how to talk about family or the members of the family in detail, this is the session for you. So be with me for next 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I'm going to tell you all how to talk about family and family members. Are you all ready? So what are you going to do? You're going to give me the answers also. I'll ask you questions, you're going to give me the answers. Okay. Now before we come to the description of it or talk about in detail how to talk about it, I'll of course give you some good words as well. Okay, as we go along. So you can use them all. But one by one we'll do it. So first what we'll do is, now tell me, if we talk about family, who are the people actually, or the members of the family that we'll generally talk about? We can talk about from the eldest member of the family. Okay, so if you have got your grandparents, you will talk about them. And then if you've got your parents, you will talk about them. And then of course you come to your siblings. By the way, who are siblings? Write down in the comment section and tell me who are siblings. Okay, and I'll talk more about siblings today, by the way. So if you have got your like not your grandparents but parents at the eldest member, you start with them, and then of course you talk about siblings. How do we talk about them? I'll tell you in detail. Don't worry about that. Okay, so be with me, and you can give your answers here as well when I ask. So when you talk about parents, you can talk about their profession. And of course, you can talk about their nature as well. This we will tell you when we do it, the description in detail. Okay. And the same way about siblings. Now, they may be in a profession, they may be doing something, or maybe that they are studying if they are quite young. Okay. And then of course, you can talk about their nature or their behavior as well. So by and large, you will talk about them. So who are siblings? I ask you the question. Good evening, everyone. Who are the siblings? Tell me. जल्दी से बताइए siblings कौन होते हैं? Very good, very good. Great. Okay, so you know about siblings, but today I'll ask you some more questions. Okay, be with me. You know about siblings? Brothers and sisters. Very good. We got, yeah, bhai behan. Okay, but I'm going to ask you some more questions. Okay, are you all ready for that? So here comes the bouncer. So we have family. You can talk about family. And we can also talk about extended family. So tell me, what is extended family? So when somebody asks you, okay, tell me something more about your extended family as well. So when we talk about extended family, we are talking basically about our uncles, we are talking about our aunts as well. We are also talking about our nephews, nieces. Okay, we're talking about all. Yeah. So like when we talk about family from our maternal side, we generally say like maternal uncle, maternal aunt, and even if you don't say them anything, just say uncle and aunt, that will do. So when we talk about extended family, I'm going to ask you some questions here. Okay. Yes. Now joint family is something else. Very good evening. Joint family is something else. What is a joint family or a nuclear family, by the way? So joint family is a family where we have 3 generations living under one roof. That is a joint family. So you got your grandparents, you got your parents, and you got you live in a joint family. But if you got only parents and you living in a family, that's a nuclear family. So we have 2 kinds of families. We have joint families and we have nuclear families. Extended family is something else. So they might be living separately. They don't live with you, but they are still part of the family, very much part of the family. Are you all with me? So if you are with me, just write with you. If you are getting my point, just write with you, sir. Okay. Now tell me, we heard about siblings. Who are piblings? That is my question to you. Okay. And we are going to do some funny things here. Very good evening, everyone. Yeah. Who are the piblings? Tell me. You heard about siblings, and I'm asking you about piblings. Have you heard this word, piblings? Who are the piblings? Okay. Give me the answer. I want answer from each one of you. And today I want your engagement because we are going to learn a lot many things today. So we have our piblings with you. Great, great, great. You know about them. Siblings. Everybody knows about siblings. And then who are nibblings? Now, you got two new words. You got siblings, you got piblings, and you got nibblings. Okay, so when we talk about piblings, we're basically talking about our uncles and aunts. So like for example, instead of saying brothers and sister, you can call them siblings, because siblings, they are your brothers and sister. But when it comes to your uncles and aunts, you can call them piblings. So the parents of your siblings when they are your cousins. Okay, so remember one thing, siblings also means cousin. ये भी ध्यान रखिएगा, सिबलिंग के एक माने कजन्स के लिए भी होता है. ओके या तो जब कजन की बात करेंगे हम, somebody said कजन, लेकिन हम जब कजन की बात करेंगे तो वो हमारे सिबलिंग्स होंगे. तो पिबलिंग्स कौन होंगे? अंकल एंड आंट्स. तो बताओ निबलिंग्स कौन होंगे? ओके, कॉमन सेंस. हु आर द निबलिंग्स? टेल मी, who are the nibblings? Yeah, fast, give me the answer and be with me for next 20 minutes. Yeah, good words. Nibblings are nothing but nephews and nieces. So nephew जो हमारे भतीजा और भांजा होता है वो nephew कहलाता है, और जो हमारी भतीजी और भांजी होती है वो niece कहलाती है. Okay, we call them nephew and the niece. So nephews and the nieces, they are called what? They are called nibblings. So we have piblings, uncles and aunts, siblings, brother and sister, nibblings, nephews and nieces. If it is all clear, write down CC. Yeah? Absolutely right. Okay, write down CC. अगर ये चीज आपको clear हुई, now this is our extended family. So not only that, you can talk about family. Now you can talk about your extended family also. Okay, और इनका भी यही करना है. You have to talk about their engagement and you have to talk about what? You have to talk about what? Their engagement and their nature. Okay, let's go down, and today we'll understand it from the very basic level, and then we'll go to maybe that how to tell it in detail. Okay, so let's talk about them first of all. Tell us about your family. So you are gonna tell me, all of you are gonna tell me about your family. Okay, so all of you tell me about your family. How would you tell? Now you can have, for any question, you can have an introduction, then the body and the conclusion. Now for short answers, you cannot have an introduction and conclusion because the body is only for 2 sentences. So what you can do, you can just have your introduction and talk about them. How would you introduce your family? Tell me. If you have to give answer only in 4 sentences, so what is the first sentence that you would use? Yeah, piblings, uncles and aunts. Okay. Yeah, got it. So tell me, and this is what I want you to do actually, that you are gonna give me the answers of these questions, so that I just check and analyze that how do you start it. So you'll always start with, like you can start with, I live in a joint family, or I live in a nuclear family. That's one way of starting it. You can also start with the number of members. So you can first tell how many members are there. So you can say there are 5 members in my family. Start with the eldest one, and then come maybe to your siblings. Then if you want to detail it further, you can talk about their engagement, what do they do, their professions. You can also talk about your siblings, and then we'll come to their nature later on. Is this all clear? Is this fine? Yeah. So if you have to talk about, right, like you will say, there are 4 members in my family. So I am giving the short answer right now. We'll give you the detail also. Okay. So we'll say there are 4 members in my family. Don't say my family. Now look at it, the way I'm speaking, the way I'm speaking, you gotta speak the same way. Okay, same way, were, are, there, not there. So there are 4. Now look at it. In all these, I've got ra, are. So when we have are there in English, we generally don't pronounce it when it is at the end of a word. So I'll speak it, there are 4 members. Look at this also. Okay, we're good. So there are 4 members. There are 4 members. There are 4 members. Speak after me. And you'll get a style. So there are 4 members in my family. I didn't say my family. I said my family. There are 4 members in my family. My parents, my sister, I didn't say sister. So don't say brother, say brother. ब के बाद वाला रा आएगा लेकिन लास्ट वाला नहीं आएगा. So you'll say brother, sister, I. My parents, my sister and I, and that's it. That's the most basic answer that you can give. Very good, very good. So you're doing very well. Good evening, everyone. Okay, you did well. There are 4 members in my family, my parents, my sister and I. Now, many people use me here, which is wrong. Don't say me, say I. Okay, and you can put a dash here as well. My parents, like you can put a dash here and then you, or you can say, as I told you, you can also say, I live in a joint family, I didn't say I live in a. ये क्या हो जाएगा? In a. ये क्या हो जाएगा? I live. And look at this, and this is the style that you need to follow. I didn't say I live in a joint family. Now, I say I live in a joint family. I live in a joint family with my grandparents, parents, uncles, aunts. Now tell me, uncles, aunts के लिए आप क्या लगाओगे? What word would you use for uncles and aunts to make it a little different? What word would you use for uncles and aunts? Tell me. All of you. Yes, I just gave you siblings. And what word would you use for nephews and nieces? I give you that as well. You can use that. Okay, so you can definitely use that. Or you can say, I live in a nuclear family. So you can say joint family, or you can say nuclear family. I live in a nuclear family. There are 4 members in my family, my parents, my elder sister and I. So I can say badi behan, don't say big sister, big brother. Elder sister, elder brother. Small sister, nahi, younger sister. Now these are few of the things that you need to remember. Is that clear? Yeah, siblings. So we have siblings and nephews and nieces, nibblings. Brothers, sisters, siblings. Cousins, siblings. Now remember one more thing. We generally say cousin if you have a cousin. So can we say cousin brother? Or we can say cousin sister? Can we say something like this? Is this alright? Is this alright? No problem? Yeah, that's my question to all of you. Is this fine? Yeah, with my parents, siblings and I, very good. Okay, great. Great. Now that's my question to you, all of you. Okay, is this fine? No, that's not fine. Remember this, we never say cousin brother. We never say cousin sisters. So we always say cousin. Now some people say, sir, how do then differentiate? Like if I've got a cousin who happens to be a brother, so you say them brother. So first you say, okay, I've got 4 cousins. So 2 my brothers and 2 sisters. So your cousins are also like your brothers and sisters. So never say, because your cousin is your brother. So when you're saying cousin brother, it is like meet my brother. Cousin sister, meet my sister. Would you say so? Would you introduce your cousin like this to someone? Never. So never use cousin brother, cousin sister. Is this clear? Only cousin. Absolutely right. Okay. Is this clear? If it is clear, write CC. Okay. So you can speak like this. These are the 3 options that I gave you. Okay. You can introduce your family. Now tell me, let's go deep. Talk about your father. So if I ask you to talk about your father, mother, sister, so how would you talk about it? So tell me something about, now the simple formula that I gave you in the very beginning, you got to talk about his profession and nature. That's it. Okay. So talk about his profession and talk about his nature. And if you don't want to talk about his nature at this point of time, that's fine. No problem. No worries. You can talk about his engagement at least. So you can talk about, my father is a government employee. He works in PWD department. Or you can say, my father is an accountant in a private company. That's how you will talk about his engagement, his profession. Now, he might not be a government employee. He might be a retired person. How would you say that if he is retired? So you would simply say, my father is a retired government employee. Now, if he is a retired government employee, you got to tell in which department was he working. Okay, so you can say, my father is a retired government employee. He worked as a clerk. Now this is not clerk, say clerk. So he worked. He doesn't work. Don't say he works. He worked. Okay, he's very humble. Very good. My father is a banker. Great. Great. Very good evening everyone. So he worked as a clerk in irrigation department. Okay, so you can tell the department of your father. Now what if he is a businessman? What if he is a businessman? How do you, simple. So you'll say, my father is a businessman. He runs a convenience store. Oh, my father is a farmer. My father is a contractor. My father is a hotelier. Who is a hotelier? My father is a colonizer. Who is a colonizer? A hotelier is a person who runs a hotel. A colonizer is a person who builds buildings or maybe builds colonies. He's called a colonizer, or you can simply say he's a builder. Now, you can also explain it further. You can go one step ahead and say, my father is a businessman. He deals in this. Okay, so you can say he deals in ready-made garments. Okay, so this is how you can detail your father. Very basic thing I'm telling you. The detailed part we'll do it later on. Okay, is this clear? Can I go ahead? Very good, very good. Let's go to the next step. Okay, now let's talk about your mother. Now, you love your mother. I want each one of you, actually, we might not do it right now, but I want each one of you to tell one quality of your mother. Please write one quality. And when we talk about the quality, we'll also tell you how to describe a person. Okay, maybe in our next video, we'll do that, how to describe a person. So it's very important to know how to describe a person. But by the way, if you want to describe your father or describe your mother, how would you do that? So you just need to use some adjectives. Okay, so just write some adjectives there. Yeah, very good. He's diligent and hardworking. Absolutely right. By the way, diligent and hardworking, they are very closely associated words and they are almost synonyms. So you can also say, my father is a retired person. He is diligent or industrious or hardworking, any one of the words you can use. And then you can say that maybe he is quite intelligent as well. He's cooperative. He's very humble. So you can use two adjectives. Okay, very good. He worked in government department. Very good. So which department? He was a government officer. Which department? Okay, philanthropist. Very good. Bahut badhiya. Now this is a very good word. Philanthropist. So philanthropist is someone actually who helps others. Okay. So you can even say generous. Now philanthropist actually now there is a formal word. But generally अगर वो philanthropist नहीं है लेकिन बहुत दान करते हैं पुण्य करते हैं, so you can say generous. He's quite generous. Okay. What word would you use for mother? Okay, generally, what word would you use for mother? Housewife. She is very beautiful and loving. बहुत बढ़िया. Very well done. Great. Okay. So you can say, my mother is a, now don't say housemaker. Don't say home wife. Now, if your mother doesn't work anywhere, so you can say, my mother is a homemaker. My mother is a housewife. If your mother works somewhere, so you can say, my mother is a, what is this word? Speak this word. What is this word? Tell me. So mind the pronunciation and mind the word as well. Okay, so what is this word called? And you can also say working woman. Okay, working woman. Now this is woman, but the plural of woman is women. Remember. Okay. Now this word is pronounced as career. It is not carrier. It is career. Carrier is another word. Okay, so this is carrier. So most of the people actually pronounce it wrongly. Okay, you don't need to. So just say it career. And if you're confused, yeah, career is quite generous. Very good. So, okay, so you can say career. Yeah, is this clear? Oh, you can further say, so you can first of all tell who she is, what she does, or if she is a career woman, you can start like, my mother is a career woman, and then you can add, she's a teacher. Where? In a primary school or in a private school. And then you can also tell what does she teach. You're going deep into the profession. Okay. Or you can simply say, my mother is a businesswoman. She runs her own boutique, beauty clinic, or a parlor. Is this clear? So we are just doing the basic of it, and then we'll tell you maybe in our next video how to go detailed about it. But by the way, we haven't talked about this part. Yeah, we'll talk about more, okay, today only. But before that, let me tell you, we have got our personal mentorship program, okay, and you want to take a free strategic session. But by the way, it is only for professionals and housewives. You can take a free strategic session. This is our number 9648396484, okay, and you just need to give us a message on this number and we'll tell you all about it. But please do subscribe our channel. If you are here and have not subscribed our channel, please do subscribe it, okay, and tell others also and share the videos, okay. And then of course we are on Instagram on Win It with Vinith. You can follow me there as well, and on Telegram. But let's come to this point, how to talk about your siblings. The same thing, you're going to talk about, first of all, how many siblings are there, वो हमने पहले बता दिया आपको, okay, in family. Now I'll just describe them. How would I describe them? So I'll talk about my elder brother, younger sister, or my younger brother, elder sister, or both of my. So you can also tell that I am the eldest among my siblings. That can be your first sentence. Or I am the youngest among my siblings. Or you can say I am the second one among my siblings. तो कई लोग ये पूछते हैं कि सर इसको कैसे कहेंगे? Okay, so you can say the eldest, the youngest, or the second one. So this is how you can say, okay, or the third one, okay, whatever way. So you can speak that, and then you can talk about their engagement, their profession. So you can say my elder brother is an engineer. Now remember, this is not engineer, this is engineer, and is employed in a petroleum company at Dubai. So you can talk about him, or you can say my younger sister is pursuing BDS from a private college. She's a theater artist. You can also talk about her hobbies. Now these are small answers, but we'll give you the long answers as well, okay. As we go along, we'll give you that as well, okay, don't worry about that. And we'll, if need be, we'll do a separate session, maybe, okay. Now, wow, let's do at least for one. Let's do for our siblings, okay. So we just talked about the small one, and as I promised you that we are going to give you detailed one as well. We'll do a detailed answer for our parents maybe later on, or our siblings maybe in a separate video, but we can do it for our siblings. How do we do that? How do we do that? What is the way to do that? Very simple. So what you will do is, you will first of all, you will talk about them, how many of them are there, and then you will detail it. So for example, you can say I have 3 siblings, and then tell, you put a dash and tell, I've got 3 siblings, 2 sisters and 1 brother. When you say I have, तो आप इससे अलग हो जाते हैं. Suppose you are 4. Now some people have this confusion कि सर मुझे क्या कहना है, तो मैं यहाँ पर क्या बोलूँगा, I have 4 siblings का मतलब कितने siblings हैं आप, तो 5 हो गए. अगर आप कहेंगे I have 4 तो आप 5 हो गए. तो अगर आप 4 सिबलिंग हैं तो आप बोलेंगे I have 3 siblings. तो यहां पर I have 3 siblings का मतलब हो गया मेरे अलावा. बट व्हेन आई से वी आर 4 siblings, तो इसका मतलब मुझे मिलाकर, इसमें वी आ गया. तो हम जब वी आर बोलते हैं तो इसका मतलब खुद को मिलाकर आता है. एंड व्हेन आई से आई हैव, तो मैं कह रहा हूं मेरे कितने हैं. इज दिस पार्ट क्लियर? क्योंकि कई लोगों को मैंने यहां गलती करते हुए देखा, तो मैं उन्हें बताना पड़ता है. तो सबसे पहले तो आप बता देंगे नंबर. नाउ then you come to them one by one, okay. So you tell, for example, you will tell my elder sister is happily married. So अगर उनकी शादी हो गई है, so you can say she is married or happily married. Now you want to tell more about her, okay. She's happily married, but then what? Means what is she doing? What does she do? Is she a housewife? You will tell she is a housewife. If she is a banker, you will tell, and is working. So don't say my elder sister is happily married and working as a banker. Kahan? In a private bank in Delhi. So you can talk about her, and then later on you can talk about her. If she is happily married, you can also talk about her brother-in-law, your brother-in-law, sorry. Okay, so brother-in-law means जीजा. So by the way, हम जब फैमिली की बात करते हैं, एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली की बात करते हैं, तो ये भी हमारी एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली हो जाती है. Okay, so that also is your sister and the family of your brother-in-law, that becomes your extended family. Your brother-in-law is your extended family. Now he is actually the part of the family very much. No? So you can talk about him. So my brother-in-law is a marketing executive in MNC. I have 1 niece and 1 nephew. So you can talk. Now we can go much deeper into it. हम इसके भी अंदर जा सकते हैं. And this is what I would require from each one of you. Okay? Yeah. This is what I would require from each one of you. आपने करना क्या है, मुझे अब जब हम अगली वीडियो में करेंगे तो हम डिटेल्ड करेंगे, बट आई वांट a detailed answer now about your. So now what you will talk about is, first of all you will talk about number. What do we need to add now? Plus I've talked about engagement. Engagement मैंने वो क्या कर रहे हैं. Okay, so tell me what will come here, and this is what you will add. This is what you will add. Okay, and you will add for everyone. You will add this for your parents, you will add this for your siblings, you will add that maybe for your siblings if you want. So we should know how to talk about nature. तो हमें एक चीज़ और आनी चाहिए, उनके नेचर के बारे में हम कैसे बात करें, और वो होता है एक डिस्क्रिप्शन. उसके लिए मैं पूरी एक अलग वीडियो की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, तो हो सकता है अगली बार हम आपको वो ही सिखाएं. ओके, हाउ टू डिस्क्राइब अ पर्सन. इज दिस क्लियर? Yeah, very good evening everyone. Is this clear? So I believe that we are done for the day. Thank you so much. This is our personal mentorship program. Okay, and if you want to really take that, you can book a free strategic session. This is our number. So you can just give us a WhatsApp, PMP, and then of course you can subscribe our channel, Learn English with ZiTA, and on Instagram, Vinit with Vinit. Follow me there, and of course on Telegram. So this is it for today. Thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed the session. We'll come out with how to describe them very soon. Okay, and you will know how to go further, how to talk about nature and all that. I didn't want to take it today because it would have been a much longer video. Okay, for now, this is all for the basic thing, and we'll go to the like describing them, talking about them in detail in our next video. Till then, this is all from your host and your English ka dost Vinit Kapoor signing off.